Welcome to Just Puzzling with Chris. Today we're going to do an extreme Sudoku under the normal conditions. As you know, I always just do it on an iPad, and I tend to do this with a lot of notes, which seems to be different to a lot of other people that do it. Hope you enjoy, follow along, hopefully you get some tips and tricks out of it. I explain what I'm doing as I go along. Anyway, let's get into it. Enjoy. So, I always start with this box here and just see how it plays out. So, and I'm doing my notes. So, because there's a 1 there and a 1 there, can't be a 1 there, can't be a 1 there, so these are the ones. 2s can be in the bottom 2 rows, basically through that. 3 are in the top 2 rows. 4 can be in the right hand side. 5's already there. 6 can be in those 2 there. 7 and 8. 7's already there, 8's all of them. Okay, so you can see I get pretty busy, but I have a technique that actually takes me through this. Also, with there's other Sudoku ways of doing it. Doing it on an iPad, you don't necessarily have all of the tricks and abilities of colouring in and different ways of blocking and stuff like that. Okay, so 1's there, 2, 3, 4 is in the right hand columns, 5 is already there, 6 is there, 7 is in those 2, 8 can be in any of the boxes, and 9 is on the left hand 2 side because of that 9 there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. The way I do it is I go around like I call it the clock face, and basically put all the numbers in. I'm continuing to check that these make sense, but also I do tend to sometimes make mistakes. So the way I do it is I put all the notes in, and then I actually do some checks to see if there's anything that falls out that helps me. Okay, 8 couldn't be in this row here because of that there. So 1 is going to be in these 3 here. 2 can be is a potential for any of the 7 boxes. 2, 3, 4 can be the top or bottom rows. I've just hit erase. There you go. That's no good for doing it. 5. Sometimes I even hit the hid button. Bugs me, but I do it. So if that comes up, it's not intentional. It's just that I've hit the wrong button. 7, 8's there, and 9 is top and bottom row, like the 4, I think. Okay, next one. Left hand columns, top and bottom. 3's already there. 4, bottom 2 rows. 5, 6, these 3 here. 7's already there. 8 is anything but the middle column, and 9 is the bottom 2 rows. Once again, if you know, you'll see that these things here. Please, if anything that's not making sense, please reach out in the comments, and I will do it in future videos. I'll try and make sure that I address your issues. Okay, 1 can't be in anything. Oh, sorry, can be in all. I hit the wrong button. That's why the 2 come up. 2's going to be down. It's already there, so I don't know why I thought that. 3 can't be in these ones. Can't be in that one. So that's actually a 3. 4 can be in these 3. 5 can only be in that one because of this one and this one, and it leaves only in there, so that's a 5. 6, 7 can only be in that column because of this, so it means that cannot be a 7. Now, interestingly enough, that's left that 7 on its own, so we'll take that win. 8 is in potentially in one of those 4 boxes. So next cell, 1, 2, 1's are in that one. 2 can be in this one, this one, this one, or this one. 3 can be in one of these 2. 4's already there. 5 can be in these 4 boxes. 6 can be in the bottom 2 rows or 5 boxes. 7's already there. 8, excuse me, is all boxes. And 9 can be solvable because that's the only place 9's there, 9's there, 9's there. So that is a solvable spot, 9. Okay, I see, just because of this, and I'm just looking, it looks like I've missed doing the 9s here. So there's a couple of things. One is, I haven't done 9s in this box, I don't know why, but 9 is actually solvable because that's not a 9. There's a 9 there, so that's a 9 there, and across here should be one of those 3 9s. As you can see, I make mistakes all the time. I've just got to work through my process to see if I can find, and sometimes I don't. 2 can be in any box. 3 is top and bottom row. 4 is there. 5, 6 is all boxes apparently. 7 is one of these two, which lines up to that, and 8 is all boxes, and actually hit the box, right? So there's a lot of numbers in that square here. Okay, we'll keep going. So 1 is going to be either here or here, because we've said that 1 is in that column there, because of that 1 there. 2 can be in this column here. 3 can be in this column here only. 4 is there, 5 is there, 6 can only be in this column. 7 is there, 8 can be in the top 2 rows. 9 is there. Look at that. 9 solvable. Now, if I've got this right, so this column here has 3 numbers not there. 1, 8. 1, 8 and 2 are not in those cells. Now, interestingly, 1 and 8 are there, so I will take that as a 2, leave me the 1 and the 8 there. Now, if I'm going to check this because I don't have the confidence. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 3 there. Okay, which opens up that 8. I'm going to check it again because I haven't done my checks. 1 and one of those two. So it can be 1, 4 or 8, right? 4's there, 1's there, so that's 8. I know that that's either a 1 or an 8. I've just taken the 8 away. So that's a 1. And that's the only one left in there, so that's a 6. What we'll see here is 4 can only be in this row, so that's going to be an 8. Alright, so we've done pretty well pretty quickly without doing a huge amount of checks, but let's get into our checks. So 1 looks right. Actually, look at this 1. So 1, 1, 1 equals that, leaves that to 1. That leaves 1's here, 1's here, 1's here, and 1's there. Okay, so 2. Just having a look. 2's make sense there, 2's make sense there, 2's make sense there. Alright, 3. 3's the top row, 3's the top and bottom row, 3, 3. So I've made a mistake in terms of this one. That can't be a 3. Okay, so 3 is in there, 3 is in there, 3 is in there. 4. 4 is top and bottom row, 4 is there. 4's are basically none in any of these boxes, so that means that there'll be a lot of 4's there. 5 makes sense there, 5 makes sense there, doesn't make sense there because that can't be a 5 because of the 5 there. Right, so what did that do to me? So that sort of cleared 1 up, but it didn't really help. 6 is here. Now, interesting, I haven't got any 6's in this one, which doesn't make sense because that could be a 6, that could be a 6, or that could be a 6, right? So, sometimes my note taking is really good, and sometimes my note taking is really bad, and I'm going to argue today's one is really bad. 7, so 7 can be over there, 7 can be there, 7 is there, so that's going to be its own 7, and that was because the 7's there, 1, 2, 7 there, and a 7 there. I only left that cell there. The other 7's, so I've got a issue here, right? Because that can't be a 7 because of that 7. So, and that's a 7 there, so that's a 7, which is gone because of that 4. That's a 1, and that's a 4. I'm going to have another look at the 1s to see whether that's actually helped me in any shape or form. It's done a little bit, but not enough to actually take it away. What I can do is I can take that 1 off there, because that 1 is in this column only, because it can't be in here because of that 1, and it can't be in this column here. The other one I'll have a look at is the 4s. Not a great deal. I think I did the 7s, so that's all right. 8s. I'm not seeing anything standing out as wrong in there at the moment, and let's do 9. So 9 is there, 9 is there. So 9 is basically, we're working on the 9s in that there's none in these boxes here. That's why there's so many 9s there. All right, so we're hoping that our thing here. So let's have a look at the 8. Still, even the check, I've got an 8 there. They can't be an 8. So let's fix them up. You must be screaming at me, going, look at this guy. He's got no idea what he's doing. Anyway, we will smile and keep moving on. 7 and 6, so 4 and 2, 4 and 2, 9, 1 and 2. So now I'm just going through and just checking what I can see in terms of any sort of issues that may come up. I'm also expecting you heard a beep. That was my laptop going, telling me I had an email. 2525. So let's have a look at the 2s just for argument's sake. They're everywhere. 2's there, 2's there. 2's not really helping me. So 9's there. 1, 2, 3. 3, top and bottom. Ah, look at that. So the 3, that's a 3 there. Okay, so 4, 2, 4, 3, which has opened up that 8 apparently, if I've got my notes correctly. 1 and 4, 1 and 4, 5. Okay, which has got this 5 on its own. Now, what? So 5 can't be in that row, can't be in that, can't be there, so that's a 5. Let's leave me with that there. That is can't be a 5. So in this column, row, I don't even have columns and rows. Don't know why you'd be watching me. This is just bollocks in terms of that. The 5 and 8 are in this one, so they're going to be there. So that leaves that as a 2, which is pretty much what that was doing. The 8 there is come up by itself now. So let's just do a check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 is correct, right? The reason I'm checking is I normally this just bounces out and I'm golden to go forward. However, because I've been so rubbish at my markings, I'm a little bit nervous on whether I'm actually right. So there you go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 4. 2, 2. So I'm just checking to see what's opened up for me. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Continue to work through my thing. 5. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I've got 6 5s, so that's really making sense. 6. Makes sense. Makes sense. 7. 7's right. 7's right there. 8. Got an 8 on its own. Right? So that's so that 8 there can't be in that row. It can't be that. That's a column. I do actually know that is a column. can't be in that row, it can't be in that row, so that makes that an 8, which makes that an 8, and that's a 5, and I'm pretty sure of those because I checked those before. What it's done with the 5 is it's gone, well, 5 can only be in that column, so that makes that. 5 can only be, and that I think takes care of all the 5s. So 3 can't be there, so that's a 2 and that's a 3. How else are we going at the moment? Have we got anything else that's going to help me? 1, 9, 1, 4, 4, 9. So that means that these can't be a 4, 9. So they're going to be either a 2 or an 8. Because the 8 can't be in there, that's a 2. That's an 8. Which is open up this 3 and 4. Which is opened up that 4, which has opened up that 4, which has opened up that 4. How many 4s we got left? We've got this 4 here and that 4. So we've done all of the 9 4s in the box. That's going to be a 1. That'll be a 1. That'll be a 9. We'll take that as 6. That is 7. So I'm hoping all my notes are right because this is just going to fall out now. I'm pretty sure. As long as my notes are correct, I should be okay in terms of how this is going to fall out. As you can see, I did get it out. My notes were rubbish, but this is how I do it. Surprisingly enough, that was my best score for today. Anyway, just goes to show you, find your process with Sudoku. I'm hoping that I'm giving you some ideas for processes. I do it maybe different to other people, but generally I solve them pretty quickly and have a lot of success. Hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you next time. Bye for now.